This is, as far as I know, an Osage campground. They came here yearly, and their arrowheads and flip points are just all over the place. If we plowed up that field and got a good rain, there would just be arrowhead points all over the place. When we put our first garden in here in the early 80s, I tell people that I couldn't get any seeds stuck in the ground without throwing flint points out of the way first. They're just all over the place. So we're not the first people to live here, and we want to leave it low impact, and we just want to be so careful to have our dwellings, have our permanent cabins in places that aren't going to detract from this natural treasure and wonder. I was sawing a tree right across the river, and as I set my chainsaw down, there was this perfect little arrowhead right next to where I set my chainsaw. And no telling how that arrowhead got there. You know, usually you find broken ones. There's a writer, a journalist, Henry David Schoolcraft, that traveled this river, I think it was 1811, soon after the Revolutionary War. He was checking out Missouri's lead mines in Arkansas, and he tells about the Indians were gone mostly by then, but he would find these white settlers that had come over the mountains from Kentucky just living as hunters and gatherers, hunting the game and then moving on to other plentiful areas to hunt. I don't know if we had bison here, but there was elk and bear, panther, wolf. It was just a different world back then. He talks about the river being such clarity that his pack mule stepped into a hole that was over its back and got their supplies wet. So they had to barter with some of the hill folk that lived around here.